The sizzling South African dance genre, Amapiano, has hit the Spotify scene like a heatwave, gathering over 1.4 billion streams in 2023 alone. With its infectious energy and diverse influences, Amapiano has left an indelible mark on the music culture of South Africa and beyond, inspiring collaborations, fusions, and countless dance challenges. To honor this sonic phenomenon, Spotify has now launched a comprehensive campaign, A Decade of Amapiano, delving into the genre's past, present and future with a site and on-platform Amapiano destination. And to tell us more, we joined in studio by the artist and label partnership manager at Spotify, Sub-Saharan Africa, Jodie Tabisher. Jodie, a very good morning. Thanks for joining us. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
It's an absolute pleasure. What was it about Amapiano that caught the world's attention and made it such a viral sensation?
I think we all know Amapiano started at home. It's a homegrown genre.
Yes.
So I feel like we cooked it here and then we spread it across the world. A lot of people say that Amapiano is the gift South Africa gives to the world. And so definitely in COVID times, in the pandemic, that's when the genre started to cook really and to spread a lot. And then we've just seen that through digitization and connectivity, the genre just spread across the world.
Yeah. When you say that Amapiano has hit 1.4 billion streams in 2023 alone, are you referring to the genre in general, or is it certain songs or artists?
Through the genre in its completion, 1.4 billion streams last year.
How are you able to track that?
We track through data, so just if you're listening on your phone, we can see what people are listening to.
Wow.
And we share a lot of that data back to, the community in the world.
And how has the Amapiano's rise and popularity influenced other, genres?
I think it's opened the door. It's opened the door for a lot. Piano has been influenced by lots of other genres. It comes from a history of kwaito, a history of house music, a history of jazz. So it comes from an influence that's been cooked. And in that way, we're opening the doors. We've seen piano artists on global stages now. And that's really bringing South Africa to the world.
And what are some of the most unique aspects of Amapiano that listeners may not necessarily be aware of?
I think Amapiano is African dance music. It's signified by a log drum sound. That is what makes Amapiano Amapiano. Through it, there's lots of other things. Dance is very closely related to Amapiano. We see lots of dance challenges. There's lots of call and responses that come with Amapiano that shows up in a live setting. But essentially, it's house dance music for Africans.
What are some of the exciting new developments or trends associated with Amapiano?
I think we are seeing the genre grow. We on Spotify have a kind of a big ecosystem of genres, and of Amapiano, we have our flagship playlist, which is Amapiano Grooves, but we also have soul piano playlist, because we've seen the genre spreading into a private school piano sort of way. We also house up-and-coming artists on our Amapiano Rising playlist, so there's lots of different areas and ways you can listen on Spotify.
Yeah, let's talk about how Spotify has managed to amplify the reach and the impact of Amapiano within our shows and internationally.
I think for this Decade of Amapiano, what we wanted to do also was kind of track the genre's ascent to its musical throne, by showcasing the journey and highlighting some of the key artists. So what we've done for this is we've started a website. It's on the Spotify for the Record website called The Decade of Amapiano, where we're housing comprehensive content, including Spotify data all about Amapiano.
Okay, and with such a diverse array of influences, what is it that you think that makes Amapiano sets it apart from the other genres?
I think it's for us bias. It's for people. It's for the people of Africa first.
Yeah.
When artists are making piano, they're making it for our people, and I feel like that authenticity and that realness is what keeps the ear and what keeps people to it.
Yeah. And how do you see Amapiano influencing global culture musically moving forward?
Well, we've seen also just Spotify is a huge exporter of this global music. Outside of South Africa, Nigeria, the USA, and the UK are the top listeners of Amapiano. We've seen that around 55% of listeners for Amapiano are outside of Africa. So for Spotify, we try to export that music as much as possible. So that means putting that music to all of the audiences that we see are already listening to the music and trying to support that export more.
What would you advise aspiring music artists who want to go big on the global stage. And, some have been saying that, for them to blow up, they need to go big at the international stage before actually marking their presence at the local stages.
I think it's a bit of both. I think it's important for artists to make music that they care about, firstly. And I think that we've seen that our biggest legends, like Kabza De Small, they're huge locally first.
Right.
I feel like building a local market is very important, and that's what then will push you to like global stardom or more global fame.
All right, Jodie, great chatting to you. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Great stuff. All right, that was, artist and label partnership manager at Spotify Sub-Saharan Africa, Jodie Tabisher, talking to us about South African dance genre Amapiano celebrating its first decade.